Hey everyone, Euler's formula, anatomy of a mathematical marvel. If you're the kind of person who absolutely loves it when complex, totally unrelated concepts suddenly snap together into perfect clarity, well, you're in for a serious treat today. We're going to unpack exactly how the most important fundamental numbers in all of mathematics just magically connect. It's a wild ride. Okay, let's dive right into this. 5. Our entire journey today begins with the number 5, because there are exactly 5 foundational numbers that really serve as the absolute pillars of math. You can kind of think of them as the star characters of today's massive crossover event. Separately, sure, they govern entirely different realms of mathematical reality. But together, man, that is where the magic happens. So here they are. First, we've got 0, right? The literal concept of nothingness. Then 1, the basis of unity and counting. Next up is pi, our fundamental constant of circles and geometry. Then e, the absolute engine of exponential growth. And finally, I, the imaginary unit that lets us take the square root of a negative number. I mean, just look at this list. You've got geometry, exponential growth, imaginary planes, basic arithmetic. It's the whole shebang. The entire premise of our explainer today is setting up what honestly seems like an impossible connection. I mean, how on earth could these 5 wildly disparate concepts possibly relate to one another? Section 1. Euler's astonishing equation. For centuries, mathematicians grappled with these different branches, completely unaware that a single, beautiful bridge existed between them all. And here it is, the main event. Euler's formula, e raised to the power of I times pi plus 1 equals 0. What is just so incredibly elegant about this is how it takes exponential functions, imaginary numbers, and our fundamental geometric constant pi, and just wraps them all up into one unified relationship that perfectly balances out to equal exactly 0. It's concise, it's beautiful. Actually, scratch that. It's a masterpiece. But, to truly appreciate it, we really need to understand the mechanics hiding right beneath those symbols. Section 2. Circles, rotation, and intuition. To really grasp Euler's formula, we gotta slow down a second and thoughtfully explore the deep relationship between two ideas that don't normally seem related at all: exponential growth and circular rotational motion. Okay, so the absolutely crucial point here is understanding how this formula actually emerges. Step 1, when you take e and raise it to an imaginary power, in this case using our imaginary unit I, it doesn't just grow in a straight line like you might expect. It effectively traces a rotation around a circle right there in the complex plane. Pretty cool, right? Then step 2, we need a distance for that rotation. And boom, that is where pi comes in. When that rotation travels exactly pi radians, which if you remember is exactly halfway around a circle, it lands precisely on the value of -1. Finally, step 3, we just apply some basic arithmetic. You're sitting there at -1, you add the number 1 to it, and it neutralizes. It brings the entire expression perfectly back to 0. It's literally a journey through the complex plane that neatly resolves into pure nothingness. Section 3, powering the real world. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this is a lovely piece of abstract math, but why does this specific rotation actually matter to me? Well, let's pivot from abstract theory to tangible reality. Why does this exact mathematical behavior matter so deeply to modern science and engineering? And this brilliantly illustrates how this formula isn't just some theoretical curiosity. It is a foundational tool. Euler's formula is the absolute backbone for mathematically modeling any kind of oscillating or rotating behavior. Just run through these fields with me real quick. In electrical engineering, it's essential for analyzing AC circuits. In signal processing, it's literally how we represent waves and oscillations. I mean, think of all the audio and radio waves bouncing around you right now. In quantum mechanics, they use it for describing highly complex wave functions. And over in control systems engineering, it is the key to mapping out oscillating behaviors to keep our machines running smoothly. Basically, wherever things wave, spin, or oscillate in our universe, Euler's formula is right there doing the heavy lifting. Section 4, the engineering advantage. Let's zoom in on just one of those areas for a second, just to really ground this formula in reality and give the math some real-world stakes. So, imagine you're an engineer analyzing an alternating current circuit. You need to represent voltage and current, right? Now, you could use the traditional method, working directly with those clunky sine and cosine functions. But let me tell you, that gets incredibly messy, incredibly fast. It's a total headache. Instead, engineers use Euler's method. They represent voltage and current as complex exponential functions, using the exact mathematical relationships we just learned about. And by doing this, it dramatically simplifies the calculations. Dealing with complex phase shifts and oscillation frequencies suddenly becomes so much cleaner and way more efficient than just grinding through basic trigonometry. It literally saves time, reduces errors, and honestly makes modern complex engineering possible in the first place. Section 5. Beyond the equation. As we start to wrap up our explainer today, we really have to remember something important. While this specific formula masterfully connects our 5 fundamental numbers through complex exponentials, Euler's genius absolutely did not stop here. He was a mathematician who just saw structure and elegance everywhere he looked. Euler also left a massive permanent mark on the geometry of solid shapes, which naturally brings us to a pretty provocative question. What exactly is Euler's theorem for polyhedra? How did this exact same mind manage to map out the foundational rules for three-dimensional geometry? Well, that is exactly what we are going to explore in our next explainer. Until then, keep analyzing, keep looking for structure, and keep learning. Catch you next time.